Hoppers, it is Janelle, and I want to talk to you today about our hips and about opening our hips. Our hips are one of those areas in the body that we tend to hold that extra tension and that extra stress, and it doesn't help when we are sitting all day. So today is about opening up that space and breathing into that open space. And again, just acknowledging where your body is today. There's really no magic to these stretches. The magic is by using the breath and connecting and finding out where you need to be. So that's our goal today. We are going to have several different poses, several different options. And again, have that freedom to experiment with these shapes and find what you need. And again, I don't want you to go to a place where it's uncomfortable. I want you to find that edge where you're slightly uncomfortable, but you can still fully breathe and release and relax into the shape. Again, today we're just going to start with this easy seated crisscross applesauce position. Again, and make note which leg is on top right now. For me, my left leg is on top. And begin by just drawing the shoulders back and down, lengthening the spine, bringing your hands either here on top of your legs or out to the side. But we are simply going to draw some circles with the body. And again, we're just warming up that area, warming up that hip joint. And again, in your mind, picturing a clock. And you want to hit all those numbers along the clock and pause. And move that energy and go ahead and flow in the other direction. Again, just breathe, feel, connect. Slowly returning on up, drawing the shoulders back and down, lengthening that spine, and hinging and drawing forward. If we have a block nearby or a book, go ahead and bring that. Again, draw the shoulders back and down. Hold on to that imaginary pencil and release on down. And connect to this shape. Just breathe into the shape and notice what's going on in your body. And when you feel ready, see if you can release and go down and release even deeper. When you find that edge, that point where you feel the work, and again, it might be slightly uncomfortable, but you can still comfortably breathe. The thing about yoga is it's no pain, no pain. Again, find where you need to be, where you can breathe, where you can open, where you can remove that stress. And then slowly coming on up, extending the legs on out, give them that little gentle shake. Again, and then draw the shoulders back and down. Again, lift that spine once again. Hold on to that imaginary pencil between the shoulder blades. Again, you can have that bend of your knees. Find what you need, and then simply creep the fingertips forward. Again, be here, breathe here, release here. Again, length of spine, length of that back chain of your legs, and most importantly, length of your breath. Inhale fully, exhale fully. And each of these positions we put our body into, we want to hold for at least 30 seconds, again, to get that maximum benefit, to get that maximum stretch within the body. So again, go to that edge where you feel the work being done, but you can comfortably breathe. Follow your breath, 2 more. And then slowly coming back on up. Bring the feet in for butterfly. Again, sitting up. nice and tall. Again, find what you need. Allow the inner thighs to open. Lengthen the spine. Open up across your chest. And again, staying here or hinging and drawing forward. Again, you're thinking your nose is going beyond your toes. Again, we don't want to round the spine. We want to keep that neck aligned with that spine. We want to draw the shoulders back and down. We want to hold on to that imaginary pencil. And we just want to go to that perfect place on this side. And breathe and feel. Again, remembering, holding this shape, breathing into this shape, and allowing that breath to open in this shape for at least 30 seconds. Two more breaths, make them count. And then slowly returning on up. Remember I said make note which leg is up. And this time my left leg is up, coming to that easy crisscross applesauce position. And once again, drawing some circles with the body, picturing that imaginary clock and trying to hit all those numbers along that clock. As you just draw these circles with the body, just warming up that joint. And pause and go in the opposite direction. And then slowly returning on up, sitting up nice and tall. Once again, taking that block or book and just slowly releasing on down. Again, neck long, spine long. Find your place. Again, this shape might look different on you. Find your shape. Find where you need to go. And again, make that mental note. Which side seems tighter? And there's no right or wrong. It's just information for you to use so you know. My left side seems to be more tight today. My right side might be more tight today. But again, it's just information. But go ahead, release, relax, and breathe into the shape. Two more breaths, make them count. And then slowly creeping on up, extending the legs on out once again, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Again, you can have that slight bend of your knees. Find where you need to be, and then hinge, draw forward. Again, neck long, spine long, shoulders back and down, core drawn in, and use the power of that breath. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Mindfully returning on up, bringing the soles of the feet together. Again, butterfly, opening up those spaces, lengthening our spine. Again, allow the inner thighs to enjoy that stretch. Allow the spine to lengthen. Gather the shoulder blades. And then perhaps hinge and draw forward. And use that full breath. Again, inhale fully, exhale fully. Go to your perfect place where you can lengthen, where you can open, where you can allow that breath to heal. Two more breaths, make them count. And then slowly creeping on up and going into just a little cat and cow, still warming up the body. Again, take that opportunity, align the the joints, knee right underneath your hips, wrists, elbows, shoulders all in one line. And your hands are your base. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press in with the knuckles of your fingers. Draw the shoulders back and down. And exhale and round the back. Hold there, breathe there, connect to that cat stretch. Inhale and lengthen and draw forward. Exhale and round. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Move with that breath. Exhale and open space between the vertebrae. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, round. And then slowly we're moving into our next one, our extended wide leg child's pose. And again, we want to bring the knees out to the long edge of the mat, and the toes are staying connected, and then pressing back into child's position. Again, if that block is nearby, you can take that block and bringing it underneath your forehead. But again, go to that place where you can turn out the knees. And again, today you might be here. Or you might be out even further. Find that place, that edge of where you need to be with the big toes touching. And then slowly lowering on down, keeping that spine lock. Again, and being here and breathing here in this shape. Again, we want to stay here for 30 seconds. And just rest. Again, connect to that breath. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Again, if you can go down deeper, go ahead and go deeper. Two more, make them count. Returning on up, folding the knees together, extending the arms on out, nice and long. Again, your hands are your base. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck under your toes and welcome that downward facing dog. Again, pressing the hips back, pressing in with the knuckles of the fingers, ears between the biceps. Again, you can have that bend of your knees if your hamstrings seem tight. But again, find what you need where you're pressing the hips back, you're lifting the kneecaps, and you're allowing the heels to drop just a bit more toward the earth. And then right leg goes nice and long, three-legged dog. Right heel goes to your hip. Again, opening up that space and begin to draw some circles. Pause, go in the opposite direction. Return to that three-legged dog, and then look forward and sweep that right foot in between your hands and come into that runner's lunge. Again, and lengthen forward. Your right foot, that's your base. Spread your toes across the mat. Anchor right behind your big toe. Your pinky, your heel, lift from that arch. Again, if this is too intense, drop that left knee. Bring the top of that foot down. Find what you need to be where you can open those spaces. Again, with that kneeling or with that fold. Again, holding, lengthening. Use that breath. Again, lift from that arch. Two more. Returning that knee on down. Going into lizard. So exchanging that right hand with your right foot so that foot is coming to the outside. And then turn the toes out again. And so you're opening up that hip, opening up the space, and then turn that foot onto the side. So we're turning the foot out, we're turning the knee out, and we're turning that hip out. And then gently just rocking open that space. Again, and if this is too much, again, just holding here in that lizard. Again, and being here, breathing here. Find what you need to be. Again, if your body will allow you today, you can even sink deeper. Again, and walking yourself on down and getting into that hip even more. Again, find what what you need, that edge, where you feel that work being done. Again, you want to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. So find that comfortable place where you can breathe, where you can open. And each day is different, so be here today. Be where your body needs to be today. 2 more. Slowly returning on up. Again, walking that foot on in. You're in that kneeling runner's lunge. And then mindfully making your way back into downward facing dog. Again, hands are your base. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Press the hips on back. Again, rise to the occasion on all 10 toes. And slowly pedal out those heels one at a time. Rise up onto all 10 toes once again, pressing back both heels, pressing the hips back. Left leg goes nice and long. Hold on, I'm going to change to the other side so you can see. Again. Left leg goes nice and long. Again, dropping that heel, lengthening that leg. Heel drops to your glute. Again, opening that space, drawing some circles, going in the opposite direction. Returning to that 3-legged dog, and then looking and drawing that left foot forward into that runner's lunge, and lengthening that right leg. Again, lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck, lengthening that right leg. Left foot is our base. Spread your toes across the mat. Lift from your heel, lift from your arch. If this is too much, drop that knee down. Again, find what you need. You can be up on your toes and opening space and lengthening. Again, be in this shape, breathe in this shape. Mindfully lowering on down and walking that left foot out to the long edge. Again, settling into that shape. Again, slightly turning your toes out. Again, bringing your right foot on down. Being here, opening, lengthening, or turning, coming onto the side of your foot, turning out your ankle, your knee, your hip. Again, that gentle rocking back and forth. Again, explore, experiment with the shape. Notice what's going on within your body today. If your body will allow, again, coming on down and opening up even more. Again, where you can breathe, where you can heal. Again, if you don't have that block, stack your fists. Make the shape for you. Holding here, breathing here, opening here. Two more breaths, make them count. And then slowly returning on up, pressing back into child's position. And until next time, Mariners, be well. Much love. Janelle.